Yells.
People always tell me stay in your lane, do your thing, but try to be different. I look at them and laugh like I ain't gon' change. I've been the same, plus I'm way too consistent.
What's up guys, it's X-Rays and welcome to a new Under the Knife Dissection. Today we're going to be taking a look at the AN-94 assault rifle. It is one of the hardest guns to get, and it's quite possibly one of the best assault rifles to use as well. Now, the reason I picked this is because you guys wanted to see this in the next comparison with the M27. So this week we're going to dissect the AN-94, and then next week the M27, followed by a very detailed gun comparison to see which of those two assault rifles is the best. But anyways, let's jump into some of these stats. First of all, the AN-94 is unlocked at level 55. It is the only assault rifle that's unlocked at that, and it is actually the hardest assault rifle to unlock because it's at level 55. A lot of people end up using their permanent unlock on this gun because it's so hard to reach level 55, and it's a great assault rifle to use. The AN-94 is a full auto assault rifle, which means you only have to hold down the trigger and spam people, but you can also put the select fire attachment on this, and it does change the stats on this gun quite a bit. Starting off, the AN-94 has 30 rounds per clip, which means that it actually has a decent, it's a normal round amount. The only thing that has more is the M8A1, which starts at 32. With extended clips on this gun, you'll end up with 40 rounds in the clip, so it doesn't really bump it up that much. But again, if you're the kind of guy who likes to rush around and not worry so much, an extended clip is recommended for you guys. The damage on the AN-94 is 40 at its closest distance, and the minimum damage is 24, so it is kind of a very steep drop off from its high damage to low damage when it comes to the distance. Jumping into the next thing, the AN-94 has pretty different rounds per minute, or the fire rate. When you hold down on the trigger and start shooting, the firing rate will be 600 rounds per minute. Again, assault rifles don't shoot that fast. They are used for mostly from accuracy, so you're not going to see that. It's pretty standard. It's actually tied with the SCAR H in terms of rounds per minute. But when you are bursting the first two bullets, since the AN-94 is a little different and the first two rounds that it shoots are faster than the third one, if you were to spam, you know, the trigger and just kind of burst fire, it would actually jump up to 900 rounds per minute. So a lot of people actually end up using the select fire attachment on this assault rifle because they like having that higher rounds per minute, and it also has lower recoil. The time to kill on the AN-94 is 0.1835 to around 0.38, so it actually has a very short time to kill. Again, varying from those using the 900 rounds per minute or the 600. If you are burst firing, you will actually have a faster kill time than if you were to go full auto. The AN-94 has a very weird kind of rounds or shots to kill. The range that it has is the 3-shot kill range, which is at 108 feet. That's a lot different from the M8A1 and the FAL. Both of those guys kind of kill really quickly, and they don't really have a set amount. So it has a 3-shot kill at 108 feet. At 187 feet, it's a 4-shot kill gun. So it's a 3 to 5-shot kill gun in general, just for you guys to know about that. The AN-94 has a 1.2 times headshot multiplier. It doesn't really affect, doesn't really do anything. Since it does 40 damage, it just means that even if you were to get a headshot on it, you would not get the kill. You would have to you can't get a one-shot kill basically if you're aiming for the head, unless you're at that kind of 3-shot range. Then it would be, you know, important to have that, because then you would be able to go over 100, and instead of it being a 4-shot kill range of 187, it could be a 3-shot kill if you shot him in the head. The hip spray is actually pretty low. It's not like the SMR, which has a very wide hip spray, so it has a low hip spray, so putting a laser on this thing isn't really important if you don't want to waste an attachment. The movement speed, like all assault rifles, it is at 95%, so you do move slower than that. And again, the whole moving slower affects how Ghost Perk works on this thing. If you want to know more about that, I have a video you guys can see. Link to it will be in the description. It's a Ghost Perk dissection if you want to know about the whole movement speed and how it affects everything. The knife speed is 1.2 seconds. It's pretty average with the other assault rifles. It's a little slower than using a shotgun or using a handgun, and, you know, just any kind of those smaller, lighter weapons. So it's not bad, but it's not the best. The aimed out sight for the AN-94 is 0.25 seconds to aim in, and then 0.25 seconds to aim out. Again, pretty standard numbers right there. It actually has a slower raise time to raise the gun at 0.7 seconds, and it has a standard drop time of 0.35 seconds. So it raises, the time it takes to raise the gun up is a little bit slower than, say, the SWAT, the FAL, the MTAR, those kinds of guns, but it is not that much of a difference. The time it takes to reload for this gun when you have ammo is 2.39, and then if you reload cancel this thing, it actually drops to 1.32 seconds, so it's not too bad. You can actually go without the fast mags if you wanted to, since the time to reload is actually pretty fast. If you were to go completely empty on the gun and reload and go through the whole animation, it would take 3.12 seconds, and if you reloaded canceled by running, by sprinting, or by just doing double Y, then it would be 1.43 seconds. So overall, guys, the AN-94 is a great assault rifle to use. The recoil is pretty minimum. If you use it, it's a medium to low recoil. It's not bad if you are burst firing this gun. You can actually get away with doing a lot of damage with this thing. It has almost no recoil when you are burst firing it or when you put the select fire attachment. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Under the Knife Dissection. If you guys enjoyed, remember to leave a like and a favorite if you really enjoyed it. And also, guys, leave a comment down below. What do you guys want me to dissect next? Leave it in the comment section down below. Apart from the M27, which I'm going to be doing for the gun comparison. So if you have a perk, a score streak, anything you guys want me to dissect, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. I have a lot of this info that's going to be coming out for you guys that want to know or are interested in just, learning little things about guns and perks. Go ahead and hit subscribe. My channel is youtube.com/OGXrays. And I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed. MXFizz, I'm out. Peace.